Hi everyone, welcome back to English for You. I'm Pat.
I'm Elsie.
And yesterday we started learning about mosquitoes. We found out that they are really annoying, but they can also be dangerous.
Right, only the females of some mosquitoes drink blood though.
Yeah, that's right. They need this to lay their eggs.
And they hunt CO2, they hunt sweat, they are attracted to black, red, and orange clothes.
Yep, and body heat, that was the other one. That's what gets them to come to us. And their bites make us itchy because we're allergic to the saliva in their mouths when they bite us.
However, the bites could also spread diseases that could kill us.
Yeah, we mentioned a few that are found in the world. Malaria, yellow fever, and here in Taiwan, dengue or dengue fever. So now we know the dangers. We know some facts about mosquitoes and what they could possibly do. But what can we do about them? How can we stop them? How can we fight back? Let's read on and find out.
Reading. Learn about mosquitoes to avoid itchy bites. How can you prevent mosquitoes from having babies? Mosquitoes lay their eggs in standing water. So, make sure to drain any standing water in and around your home. How can you prevent mosquitoes from biting you? Stay inside during the evening and early morning when mosquitoes are most active. Wear long sleeves and pants that cover most of your skin. If mosquitoes can't get to your skin, they can't bite it. Use a chemical mosquito repellent spray with 30 to 50% DEET for adults and 10 to 30% DEET for kids. Spray this outside all over your clothes and skin. What won't prevent mosquitoes from biting? Eating garlic, wearing repellent bands on your body, and using bug zappers with lights won't prevent mosquitoes from biting. Although plant oils and special candles are popular, there's not much science that shows they're effective mosquito repellents. If you still get mosquito bites, don't scratch them. Apply ice or anti-itch cream. See a doctor if the bites get very swollen, or if you develop a fever. Stay safe and away from mosquitoes.
So again, we're looking at this article as a kind of question and answer. Yesterday we had questions with the answers. We've got some more now. How can you prevent mosquitoes from having babies? Now, this is particularly important because, all right, there are a lot of mosquitoes and sure, we could just squash them. That would take forever. So we just need to stop there being more mosquitoes so we prevent them from having babies. To prevent something means to stop something from happening or to stop someone from doing something, just generally to make sure a particular thing doesn't happen. For example, I wear sunglasses on sunny days to prevent my eyes from getting hurt by the sun.
Prevent 这个动词呢是防止、预防或是阻止。Prevent somebody or something from 后面加上 VING， 那代表就是防止或是阻止某人去做某事。像是呢，我们可以说刚刚的例句 Prevent my eyes from getting hurt by the sun。 From 后面用到 VING getting， 代表的是要预防眼睛受到阳光的伤害。那 prevent 的名词是 prevention。有一句话说 prevention is better than cure， 代表就是预防胜于治疗。
Yeah, it's better to stop something from happening than fix it after it's already happened. So how do we stop mosquitoes from having babies? Well, here's a fact. Mosquitoes lay their eggs in standing water.
Okay.
So what do we mean by standing water?
Standing water 指的就是呢不流动的静止的水，因为在静止的水中呢，它们比较容易产卵。
So not running water
No.
like from a tap or like in a river or something.
No.
Little puddles, little buckets of water, places like that where it's not moving.
那接下来课文说啊 So make sure to drain any standing water in and around your home.
Right, if you've got some buckets or something of water outside, if you've got puddles on your balcony, if you've got stuff like that, drain it, get it out. To drain something means to cause water or some kind of other liquid to go out of something to leave it empty or dry, usually by making it go down. So we have things in our showers, sometimes on the floors of our bathroom, called drains. That's the noun form. That is the hole that all the water goes down. So to drain as a verb just is the action of making the water go out. For example, you might say, after your bath, make sure you drain the water and then use more water to clean the bathtub.
Drain 在课文当中是个动词，代表使液体排出、排空，所以 drain the water 就是将水排出。那 drain 同时也可以当作名词，指的就是排水孔。
Okay, so that will stop there being more mosquitoes, hopefully, but what about the ones that are still around? The big question in the article, how can you prevent mosquitoes from biting you?
到底要怎么样才能预防蚊子咬你呢？Stay inside during the evening and early morning when mosquitoes are most active.
Okay, makes sense. Not so much fun, not always possible.
今天的 Language in Focus 要讲到的是 when 当关系副词的用法。第一个 when 当关系副词的时候呢，它兼具连接词还有副词的功能，引导关系子句修饰跟时间相关的先行词哦。就像是课文里面我们看到的句子，我们会看到 when 去修饰 the evening 还有 early morning， 也就是傍晚和清晨是蚊子最活跃的时间，所以要尽量待在室内。那再给同学们一个例句哦。For example, during the days when they were together, they moved to the US and bought a house there. 他们在一起的期间搬去了美国，并且在那边买了一间房子。那再来第二个我们要注意到的是呢，关系副词 when 之前的时间，如果是专有名词或是具独特性的时候，那我们就要用逗号与前面的子句做分割，成为补充用法的非限定关系子句。For example, her daughter was born in 2006, when she was only 22 years old. 因为我们明确指出时间是2006年，所以就无需用关系子句加以限定了。
So that's one thing you can do. You can avoid going out. It's not just about walking, though. If you're walking, the mosquitoes usually don't bother you. If you're sitting and staying in one area, that's when they come. The article has some more advice. Wear long sleeves and pants that cover most of your skin. Of course, they're not going to bite me here, they're going to bite me here because my sleeves are short. The sleeve is the arm part of clothes for the body. You could say a long-sleeved shirt or a short-sleeved shirt, that kind of thing. You could also say, don't wipe your mouth on your sleeve when you eat. That's really nasty.
Sleeve 指的就是你的袖子，有长的袖子，有短的袖子。那如果我们说 roll up your sleeves， 代表是卷起你的袖子，也可以引申为为男士做好准备，像是呢 It's going to be a long day, so roll up your sleeves and get ready to work.
And why would you want long sleeves and pants? Of course, if mosquitoes can't get to your skin, they can't bite it. Okay, so that's one important way, and there's another. Use a chemical mosquito repellent spray with 30 to 50% DEET for adults and 10 to 30% DEET for kids. DEET, D-E-E-T, all caps, is just the short way of saying a particular chemical. You guys don't need to know the full name of that chemical in English. You don't even need to know it in Chinese. But knowing DEET is the thing that keeps mosquitoes away, that's important. It's the active part of a repellent. The word repellent used it means something that makes other things go away or not affect it. We could talk about water repellent. It would keep water off clothes or something to keep it dry. But in particular, we mean insect repellent. This contains chemicals you could put on your body with a spray, put it in the air, you've got the things you plug into a wall, and that will make insects go away. They don't like the chemicals, they won't bother you.
Repellent 这个名词呢，代表就是驱虫剂，所以呢，你在你的身上喷洒驱虫剂可以驱蚊。
And a lot of times, insect repellent comes in the form of a spray. Here we're using the word as a noun, and it's a liquid that's released from its container in kind of like a cloud or a burst of tiny drops, like a psh, psh, that are almost like air, very wet air. You can get paint that comes out in a spray. You can get nice smelling stuff you spray under your arms that comes out as a spray. We'll talk about the verb form in a moment. Here's an example sentence. This spray helps control your sweat and also makes you smell nice.
Spray 在这边呢当名词用，代表是喷剂，所以我们说到的 a mosquito repellent spray 就是防蚊喷雾，也可以说是 bug spray。那除了有防蚊喷雾之外，还有像是喷在头发上面的发胶 hair spray， 喷在身体上面的体香喷雾，我们说是 body spray。那课文说到这个 DEET， 好，它是常见的驱蚊虫的成分。不过呢，使用这个剂量要小心，成人大概是30%到50%，那孩童是10%到30%。
Okay, and if you've got this kind of spray, the article says, spray this outside all over your clothes and skin. So as you see, spray can be a verb, the action of using a spray bottle. For the last few years, what have we been doing a lot? Spraying our hands with alcohol and other things like that.
是的 spray 这个动词就是喷洒。
Okay, so those will stop mosquitoes from biting you, hopefully. But you might also hear a lot of stories, a lot of people saying, oh, do this, this'll work. But is all of that true? Let's ask, what won't prevent mosquitoes from biting?
什么样的方式是不会预防蚊子去咬你呢？课文说到eating garlic, wearing repellent bands on your body, and using bug zappers with lights won't prevent mosquitoes from biting.
Okay, so I guess the idea of eating garlic is that mosquitoes won't want to bite you. I'm not sure. No, that definitely doesn't make any sense. Wearing repellent bands, so that's a band with the chemicals on. I guess it might stop them biting that area,
right,
but not the rest of you. And then using bug zappers with lights. Well, a zapper is an electronic device for killing bugs. Sometimes you see them outside restaurants and there's that kind of bzz, pop when one... It does kill a few. And you can get those tennis racket kind of things in Taiwan. You smack the bugs with it and it zaps them. That's maybe fine for killing one or two, but these zappers will not stop all bugs.
捕蚊灯啦，或是捕蚊拍，那些都是叫做 zapper。所以我们说到它们是可以杀掉蚊子，没错 ，but they can't prevent mosquitoes from biting you。当然还有吃大蒜啦，穿戴驱虫的环，好，都是没有用的。
Okay, and here's another one that maybe people want to use, but it doesn't really work that much. Although plant oils and special candles are popular, there's not much science that shows they are effective mosquito repellents. So sure, you could light a candle, you could put some oil out somewhere on you or in a dish, but there isn't really any science research that really proves they work. They're not that effective. So if something is effective, then it is good at its job. Now, this could simply mean it does what it should do. It does what you bought it to do. But generally, when we use effective, we mean it does something well. If something is not effective, it might do that job slightly well, a little bit well, but not super well. Here's an example we can use. This toothpaste is very effective. My teeth are whiter and my breath smells better.
Effective 这个形容词呢，代表有效的。那我们可以用来形容像是方法这些字 ，an effective way 或是 an effective method， 好，那就是一个有效的方式。an effective solution 一个有效的解决办法，还有像是 an effective treatment 一个有效的治疗。
Right, you might take some medicine because it's an effective treatment for a headache, or you could say, oh, these drugs, this headache medicine is not effective, my head still hurts. Now, here's a very important lesson. If you still get mosquito bites, don't scratch them. Okay, the word scratch is a verb and it means to use something sharp or rough to rub or dig into an itchy area, almost always we mean use our own fingernails to kind of scratch it. But you could use something sharp or something a little bit rough to kind of scratch that thing if you wanted to.Scratch
就是抓的动作
Right.
所以被蚊子咬到的时候不要抓 Don't scratch the mosquito bite.
Right. You normally can't help it. But what should you do? The article says apply ice or anti-itch cream. Apply here means put that stuff on the bite. So get some ice from your freezer. Put it on the bite. Get some anti-itch cream.Anti-itch is pretty much explained by what the word is. It's something that stops you from itching. Anti basically means no or against. So anti-itch, no itch.
字首 anti, anti 代表的是呢阻止，常常置于名词或者是形容词之前哦，所以我们说 itch 是痒 ，anti-itch 那就是止痒的。那当然它还可以解释为反点点点或是防点点点，像是 anti-social 反社会的不爱交际的 anti-aging 那就是抗老化的 anti-war 那就是反战的。
Now, of course, those bites should go away after a few hours or after a day. It'll stop bothering you. But the article does have some important advice. See a doctor if the bites get very swollen or if you develop a fever.The adjective swollen describes an area of the body that gets larger and redder. It's like the word bump we looked at in day 1, but bump would just be a little. Swollen would definitely get, okay, that isn't right. And it gets like that due to reactions going on with the blood and other parts of the body. We would get swollen due to being bitten. It could be due to injuries. If you hurt your ankle, if you twist something,all that ankle will get puffy and swollen around it because your body is sending kind of healing chemicals, but the reaction to that is to make it get bigger and redder, like a bit more water in there, something like that. For example, you could say, after Susie fell and landed badly, her ankle got very swollen.Swollen
这个形容词是肿胀的，好，所以被蚊子咬的地方会变得 swollen， 有时候跌倒受伤也是会在那个部位看起来 swollen 肿胀的感觉，所以蚊子咬的地方变得肿胀，或者是你发烧，那就要看医生。
We can also describe someone's heart as being swollen with pride. It's like they've done something, they think they're great, and it's like they swell up like, oh, look at me, I'm so great.And they're kind of being a bit too proud. You'll also notice a lot of animals like frogs and some fish kind of swelling up to kind of say, look at how big I am, don't fight me.
So the verb form is swell.
Yeah, swell and swell, swelled, swollen, I think is the three forms. Or maybe swell, swelled, swelled. It's one of those verbs that some people say with the regular form and some will say with the irregular form.But no matter how we say that verb, there's one clear message here. Stay safe and away from mosquitoes.
没错，我们要安全，然后远离这些蚊子。
Yeah, now the UK really doesn't have that many mosquitoes at all.Maybe
we're a tropical island,
yeah,
that's why.
It's just a little bit too cold in the UK for them. We have a lot of other biting insects, but mosquitoes, when I was growing up, it would be something when we went on a vacation. It would be, there's mosquitoes in this country, what do we do? And we always got, well, we'll talk about what my family did and what I do now to stay away and stay safe from mosquitoes in today's For You Chat question.You chat. So the question is, what other methods, effective or not, have you heard of to prevent mosquito bites? So what have you tried? What have you heard about trying? What's worked and what hasn't?
So I think you can put screens on windows and doors.
Well, sure, yes. Closing all your windows and doors.
To prevent them from coming into your house. And you can turn on the fan.
Yeah.
Turn on the AC.
Yeah, I mentioned that yesterday. I never seem to be bothered by them when there's air conditioning or when there's a fan blowing a decent amount of wind.
Because they might be blown away by the wind.
Yeah.
They can't bite you.
Exactly. They don't stay on your body long enough. I do tend to use the things that you can plug into a wall. It's a kind of insect repellent, I think. It's got that same kind of DEET in it.
Yeah, that's very effective.
Instead of putting it on you, it's just released into the air. That's what my family always did when we traveled to hotter countries with mosquitoes. We'd bring a few on vacation, and you've just got to make sure you put them in early enough. Because if you put them in just before you go to bed, the mosquitoes may already be in your house or apartment or whatever. So you've got to just put them in early enough to keep them from coming in. Of course, it's nice if you can leave the windows open and get fresh air, but with mosquitoes, you probably have to close them. Have you heard of any others?
Not really, but I really like the one that you mentioned. And you can also choose the one without smell.
Yes, yeah, that's definitely important. I've heard some things like, eat lots of spicy food. They don't like that, but that's just, again...
like the garlic we mentioned in the article?
Yeah, it's one of those stories that maybe it works just for one person because they happen to not attract mosquitoes anyway.
I've heard one. People say if you eat too much meat, the mosquitoes tend to bite you more.
But I don't eat meat and they love me.
Still love you.
Yeah. I mean, my wife would tell you the most effective method for not getting bitten is to sleep next to me because they ignore her and
they all bite you.
Yeah, it's
instead.
like going out for a restaurant. You just go, well, I've had a lot of Chinese food recently. I'm going to have a Western. I'm going to have a hamburger. I'll eat the guy. But maybe that works for her. I'll just take the bites. Fair enough. But that's all the time we've got. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe from mosquitoes. For English for You, I'm Pat.
I'm Elsie.
We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review. Prevent. The rainy weather prevented the children from playing outside this afternoon. Drain. There's a problem with the sink. The water is taking a long time to drain. Sleeve. Because it's hot today, John put on a shirt with short sleeves. Spray. You can use this spray to make yourself smell nice if you don't have time to shower. Effective. Lying down in a dark room wasn't effective in curing my headache. I had to take medicine to feel better. Swollen. Ned's ankle became swollen after he fell down the stairs and hurt it.
智慧小补帖
Repellent. Zapper. Scratch.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net